Welcome back everybody, Silas here, and today we are at another auction. This is a big one. It's going to be a 2-day sale. Lots of stuff here, so let's just get right into it and see what all's here. You never know what's going to be at this auction. This is his general consignment. You might find some really cool stuff. You might find some not so cool stuff. We've got plenty of time. I got about an hour and a half before it starts. I was out kind of foraging around and exploring and just having some fun today, and it was getting kind of hot. So I thought, you know what, I'm done with this. Let's go check out the auction. I don't see anything crazy on this trailer. I guess before we get too far, let's skip over here. It is a windy and hot one today. Right now on the way over here, my thing said 104 degrees and it's not done getting hot yet. It's gonna get a little bit hotter. It's supposed to get up to 108 today. Tomorrow is supposed to be another hot one, so this is gonna be a cooking auction. And in fact, before the auction gets going, I'll probably go back to my truck and get my big straw hat. It's kind of a neat little stove. It's kind of rusty though. I could probably find a better one for pretty cheap. Got some more boat props. I bought those great big ones at his consignment sale early this year, and I sold one pair of them. The other pair I still have, but man, they're kind of a pain to package, so don't think I want to do that again. This old Allen's kind of neat though. But you know what? I was doing some reflection on life the other day, and I thought, you know, and now you guys are gonna hear this and you're like, oh Silas, you say that every time. But I mean it. Like I really need to stop with just buying anything and everything. I do need some ratchet binders. Those are all snap downs there. I went to buy a new one the other day, and the El Cheapos now are like 60 and 70 bucks at Northern Tool. I mean, you can buy like the super cheap ones, like the Temu version, for cheaper, but I don't trust those. It's the cast iron mold, but it's cactuses or cacti. That would be neat to melt lead. I mean, it's not practical for stacking at all. The ones I use for lead now are kind of nose shaped, for lack of a better word. Just kind of neat. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to be so rambunctious about buying stuff, or ambitious, or whichever version of that word you want to use. Obviously, if it's a $200 item and it's selling for $10, then yeah, it's a no-brainer. But you know, a lot of these auctions I go to, they'll have an $80 item and I'll pay $40 for it. So yeah, I still make money, but it's not like I'm getting crazy rich off of it or nothing like that. So I'm going to try to scale back on buying some of those deals. I'm going to try to stay more inside my wheelhouse of, you know, little trinket things, car emblems, license plates, stuff like that. That's easy for me to flip, that I'm used to selling, that doesn't take much work and effort, that sort of stuff. Or like I say, I'll do oddball stuff, but only if it's like a high dollar item that I can get for cheap. And really the main thing that I want is over there, and it sells tomorrow, which you'll probably see that in the thumbnail already. They have a bunch of old trucks. We'll go check those out in a little bit. The only other thing that might pique my interest today, there's a whole bunch of toys. We'll check those out in a minute. That's not what'll pique my interest. That was just a random thought popped in my head moment. But anyway, things that I can make content with. Like I went to an auction a week ago and I bought an old cooler, and that's what I'm using right now to keep all my water and stuff in, is that old cooler. And I just thought, you know, it's kind of neat taking that old stuff and making some content with it. And I bought a charcoal grill at that sale I'm planning on using, making some videos with. So, I mean, if I can buy something and give it new life, have a fun video with it, then I'll be interested. The Hog 733 Zebco. I have a fishing pole about this size that I bought at an auction I want to make a fishing video with. Obviously it's way too hot for that right now, but this fall when it cools down I want to do that. But I have a couple fishing reels that I found in cars at the junkyard that are pretty nice reels, and I need rods to go with them. I mean, I can go buy new ones, but if you can buy one at the auction for a whole lot less, it's a lot better. You got a cranking stick. This Tourney Special I kind of like. It's like a medium duty. Yeah, I might be interested in this one here. Got a Zebco 1 Classic. The reel I have is in way better condition than that, so I'd probably use my reel, but maybe this rod if I can get it. This one here's kind of neat all around though, just the whole thing. Seen better days a little bit, but you know, it's kind of at the end of its life, so if a guy can give it one more last hurrah, that'd be kind of fun. But stuff like that is a maybe. Like once upon a time I'd go nuts over light shades like that, but complicated to package, not that much profit. I'm not going to do it today. And I sure hope this audio is halfway decent. I've got my mic on, but it is windy. Windy. Whew. Crazy windy. There's a handheld tachometer, Stuart Warner. See, stuff like that once upon a time, I would have been all over that, but today we're going to try our best not to. I'm a hoarder through and through. Well, I'm not really a hoarder. Everything I have is for sale, and I sell it reasonable too, so it's not like I buy it and just keep it and never get rid of it. But I'm a compulsive buyer, so it's hard to turn my back on my old ways, but we're going to do our best today. But I do want to film some stuff selling for you guys so you can kind of get an idea of what stuff's going for. I know you guys enjoy these auction videos, getting to see all the interesting stuff that you may not see in your neck of the woods. Bunch of tools, more tools, more tools, insulation. Oh, get that stuff on you on a hot day like today. Whew, that'd be horrible. Some more odds and end trinkets. Okay, let's go check out the toys. This is another one of those things that there's probably gonna be money to be made here, although a lot of these are gonna go for pretty good money. But I mean, like I say, there's probably money to be made on these toys if a guy knows what he's doing. But I'm just not into it. I've got a bunch of them already to sell. If I do see anything I want for myself though, that's a totally different story. I just sold a power track identical to that not too long ago. Check this one out. This is kind of a neat one. What's it say? Magnetic crane. Probably had a magnet on the end of it at one time. I don't have anything quite like that. It's probably worth more than what I want to give, but if we're standing here by this trailer when it sells, we might look at that. But other than that, this truck's kind of neat, but I think it's missing some pieces. And it's been repainted at some point, so probably not on that. I have a rollback of this style of truck, and they made another one of the other style that kind of looks like a Dodge. It's like late 50s. It's purple, I think. I'd like to find one like that. I mean, you can buy them on eBay for about 250 bucks, but what's the fun in that? I guess. Should we go? Well, we'll do the rows over there in a minute. Let's go through the inside first. I think that crane's the only one I'm halfway interested in, but once again, I mean, I've got a million things in my personal collection already. Why do I need more? Oh man, I gotta stop buying so much stuff. I had a lot of fun today out exploring in the woods. I mean, I have a million things I could have done at the junkyard. I could have went out there and made $1,000 or $2,000 working at the yard, but instead I went out and explored in the woods, made a video that'll probably make me about $20 on YouTube, but I enjoyed it and I needed it. I haven't taken a day off in forever. 63-4 Impala radio, HP MD4, oh, that's different. I have a 55 something series or 53, I forget what it is exactly. And that has been one of the best printers I have ever had. I've gone through a lot of printers back when I was doing eBay full time. And then I bought that one that I have now, and I've had it now for 6 years. And it still works. It doesn't print in color very good anymore. Something's wrong with it there. But as far as black and white for labels, it works great still. You know, something I do need is some vintage cookware. I mean, I've got tons of modern cookware like this for camping, but I've got that old cooler that I'm using right now. And I've got an old grill, but I don't have any old cookware. So I need to find some old cookware to go with it. Is this one of those new, yeah, these are those induction, yeah, this is one of those induction things. Precision induction cooktop. People have been raving about these things, and in fact, the new stove that we bought for our house is an induction cooktop, and I didn't know if I would like it. I'm used to either electric or gas, but it's got the well, what do you call it, where it's a very consistent, like electric. Once you get electric up to heat, it's very even. It's easy to adjust, but it's got the instant heat that you get with gas. Because with electric, sometimes it'll take forever for it to heat up. And so, I mean, this is totally unrelated to what I normally buy, but I'm actually interested in those. That's good camping stuff right there. What was I saying though before? Oh yeah, vintage cookware, like right here. Yeah, something like that. That in there is definitely probably seen a little bit better days. It's kind of on the rusty side. It's not like I have to find it, so if I have to be a little bit more picky, I will be. A little miniature one there is kind of neat. I've seen a lot of that stuff, but it just never popped in my head. But I thought, how cool would it be to make a video of nothing but vintage utensils, vintage everything. Yeah, this is all a little bit newer stuff here, more contemporary. I think that spatula over there is the only old one that I've seen so far anyway. Here's some old forks and spoons. That might be something that would work. Make a fun little video with something like that. Bunch of hardware. This is always good stuff right here, if you can get it cheap enough anyway. Ooh, a bunch of old utensils here, but I mainly need cookware, like spatulas, things like that. That's cool. Some sort of old plow, it looks like. It's kind of neat. Jewelry, they're gonna bog down bad when they get in here. But they'll probably have at least 3, maybe 4 rings running tonight and tomorrow. So it should go fairly quickly, I think, hopefully. Well, that's a neat sign. Federal Game Preserve. $50 reward for apprehension of hunters. We got some Knieves in here. There's a buck just like mine. A little bit different holster, but I think the knife's the same model even. That's a good little knife. I've used that thing so much. Newer stuff, all modern appliances. Tonight they're gonna sell the trailers of stuff and they're gonna sell everything in here. And then tomorrow they're gonna sell all the garden stuff, the tools, the rows of stuff, the vehicles, all the stuff on the back row. So we'll check all that out here in a little bit. But this is what they're selling first, is everything. And they start on the trailers and then they come in here. Boy, back in the day, I would have went nuts over all this stuff. You just take stuff like this and you put it in big lots, like just sell that whole box all at once together like that. You can probably get 40, 50, 60 bucks out of a box like that. You can probably buy it here for 10 bucks or less. Now, it's always good to have fresh inventory coming in, keeps people's interest. And so, I mean, obviously I do buy some stuff, but we're just trying to be more careful. Like if I look around here and I don't see anything else that I'm interested in except for stuff like that, furniture stuff, then maybe I'll bid on it. But I mean, there's a lot of stuff out here to go through still. There's a lot of stuff. Now, I don't always make it to the second day of the sale. A lot of times I only make it to the first day and then I don't come back. But tomorrow I have to come back anyway because they're selling those trucks. Now the kicker is they usually start selling the vehicles either at noon or at 1. And so when they get to those trucks, I have to go up there. So if there's anything out here I wanted to bid on, I'll have to cancel that. And so if there's something I really want out here, I have to find somebody to come bid on it for me. I think Skylar's gonna be here tomorrow. I don't know if my dad's gonna come out or not. It's gonna be pretty hot. And he doesn't do auctions when it's that hot anymore. Back in the day, boy, he sure did. He'd be there all day. He's like me, he was the first one there and the last one to leave. But he doesn't have to anymore, so he doesn't. Back in those days, he had to eat. And I had my water under my arm, and that whole time you probably heard it going slosh, slosh, slosh. Sometimes in these rows you find some really good stuff, and sometimes you find some really junk stuff. Betty's This and That Shop. It's a plastic and aluminum sign, but kind of neat in a way. But that's something I'd have to send to Texas, and just, I don't know. I'm not too keen on that idea anymore. Sambo's Restaurant. All sorts of odds and ends stuff. Bunch of just newer fishing poles. The guy can buy that stuff super, super cheap out here. The guy could probably buy that whole pile of fishing poles for $5, $10 maybe. But how many fishing poles does a guy really need? I kind of like that one on the trailer that had that nasty Zebco on it. I'm kind of interested in that pole there just because it looks like a good medium duty pole, good for catfish, which is what the reel that I have was made for, is catfish. What we got here? I do have a little bit of a soft spot for bicycles still. Oh, a John Deere? Nah, it's just a cheap bike. I forget what these are modeled off of. It was just a cheap department store style bike. They weren't high quality at all, but it was just kind of a neat novelty with the John Deere badge on it. I mean, if I can buy it for a couple dollars, I'll buy it and pop that John Deere badge off just for my collection of bicycle head badges. There's a couch. Good thing it's not raining. That one time, boy, it rained. It rained. And all the stuff got rained on. Got 68 Ford engine. 68 Ford, oh, 429. Meh. If it was a 428, I'd be interested. I got a bunch of 429s already, 460s. Oh, look at this. Somebody put a mirror inside an old radiator shell. Well, the good news is I'm not seeing a whole lot. They usually get to about in this range right here right when they're selling the vehicles. That's the way it usually goes. Now, obviously you never know. A couple of boat motors. You never know exactly how it's gonna pan out, but I don't see anything I can't live without. So far so good on the rows. That'd be kind of cool if I could just drop in tomorrow and hang out. I love it when there's not a lot of stuff that I really want to bid on, because then I'm able to actually talk with people. I meet a lot of subscribers to these auctions and they always want to talk to me, but if I'm busy bidding on stuff, I can't talk. And I feel bad sometimes, but if it's a low pressure auction where there's not a lot that I want, then I'm able to stand around and talk to people and have a good time. I have two modes. I have work mode and I have talk mode. And so like right now when I'm showing you guys all this stuff, I'm in talk mode. As soon as the auction starts, a switch flips in my brain and I go into work mode and everything changes. Bunch of old Maytags. That looks like maybe a Briggs over there. Just so expensive to ship those things anymore. Probably nothing that I need. I used to buy them and ship them all the time back when you could ship it cross country for 40 bucks. Don't see anything back there. Oh, I didn't see that till just now. Flathead with the Mallory distributor in it. Wonder if that's a combine head or if that's a Ford head. I mean, it's a Ford head either way, but if that's a combine head, it's not a very good distributor. It's probably a $40 piece. But if that's an actual car or truck head, that could be $150, $200 piece. So that's something there that if we get over here and I can buy that for $5, I'll take a chance on it. and hopefully it's the high dollar piece and not the cheap piece. Oh, there's a Pepsi cooler. This is just like the one I'm using, only mine's a pleasure chest. This is a Pepsi chest. Pepsi would be way cooler if I can get it to open. Man, mine works a lot better. There we go. Oh, this has got the tray on top and everything. It's a little bit nicer, cooler than mine. Seals up a little bit better. Okay, where did we stop at? Saw one of my friends out here. I was talking to him for a minute. I think we stopped somewhere around this area here. Man, furniture. They got everything and the kitchen. Well, I guess that's a bathroom sink. There's the kitchen sink. They got everything and the kitchen sink at this auction. Surprised they don't have any toilets. I've seen toilets out here before. They never get a bid, but people bring them out here every now and then. Whew, that's an oldie right there. That scooter. Man, that's an oldie. The other one's pretty old too, the little kids. A fire gun. That's interesting. That might be something cool. I like oddball stuff, you know me. There's a whole pile of fishing poles. Well, I think that's all the Rosa stuff. I guess we'll go this way and we'll end over there at the trucks. They got all sorts of building materials out here usually. They usually go pretty reasonable. I mean, you aren't gonna get it for free, but you're not gonna have to pay full price either if you're okay with using used stuff like this. Is all used roofing tin here. But if you're just roofing an old shed or an old barn or something like that, this is perfect. And you can get it way cheaper than buying it new. There's some big old joists right there, or whatever you call these. My dad, one time he found a place that had, they were smaller than this, they're about half this size. And he bought them and took them home, and he completely made a clubhouse from scratch in the backyard of his house. Now that's when I was 17 or 18, so I wasn't too much into it at that point, but my younger brother and sister, they sure enjoyed it. I think my sister even had a sleepover out there one time with her friends. There's a little bit of stuff here. 300. That's kind of a hard one to find right there. 300 Ford. Just a bunch of farm equipment around that direction. I don't see anything I need. Let's check out these wheels and tires real quick. I'm always looking for, every now and then you'll find rollers out here. Like Chevy small pattern. I'm always needing those, like S10 wheels. Anytime I get an S10 that holds air, of the older style S10 anyway, I always save them. I don't see anything here today. He doesn't have nearly as many tires as usual. Usually there's a lot more than this. And you can usually get some really, really good deals on tires out here, if you happen to find the size you're looking for. That's the kicker. Bunch of trailers. It's crazy how much money these trailers will bring out here. Nothing I need though. I was hoping they'd have maybe a small John boat or something, but I think that's the smallest boat they have over here. Yeah, you see this boat here, I'd rather have more of a flat bottom boat. This boat's just so tight inside. I'd like to get one a little bit bigger than this and then flat bottom. That one there is too big. So yeah, nothing boat wise for me. What do we got here? 1929 Ford. This Model T. Got the spare on the side of it. Man, this is a cute little truck. I bet you this thing goes for unreal amounts of money. When you find these trucks that are all original and nice like this, they go for some serious cash. Look at the inside of this truck. Can you imagine driving this thing? I mean, little itty bitty. I mean, look at this. I barely fit in here. That's crazy. Enough room for you and one other person. That's about it. All the kids can ride in the back. 451 miles, unless that last digit is the tenths. No, it's got the smaller miles down there below. So yeah, 451 miles. Sure, it's not original, but all these things here, you just hook a drill up to them, run it in reverse, and you can roll the miles back. It's like Walmart, roll it back. Good looking truck, that's for sure. You know, sometimes you see these things and they just completely butcher them up and do a horrible restoration and slap some tractor paint on them and call it good. This in here actually looks pretty presentable, except for the windshield. Got a little bit of rust up in here. Probably from moisture coming down on it or something like that, but overall, that's a good presentable truck there. Next up, we got a Hudson. You don't see old Hudsons like this too often. Missing the grill. Hopefully it's inside it. No. Somebody, speaking of hacking stuff up right there, they hacked a radio into it. Funky little steering wheel. Man, somebody's kind of butchered this one. Put a Volkswagen. Is that a Volkswagen they grafted into this? Looks like it is. I'm sure they had a good idea in mind when they started on it, but unfortunately they kind of ruined it. Something like this, I mean, I don't know that I'd even be interested in it. Is that a Ford? That's a Ford motor. I can't believe they put a Ford in a Hudson. Usually everybody goes a small block. They really wanted to be different with this one. But yeah, nothing I'd be too interested in. Got a bunch of late model cars over here. If a guy needed a vehicle, a lot of times you can get a pretty decent vehicle out here. I've seen some stuff bring some really crazy prices out here. Last consignment sale they had it's like a 2004 model single cab, long bed, 3/4 ton. I can't remember what motor was in it, but it wasn't anything crazy. And it brought over $20,000. But it was super, super clean. I mean, it was probably the nicest example of a 2003 or 4 model I've ever seen since 2003 or 4, you know? Showing you the tractors just because I know you're going to ask about them. Nothing I need. But here's the main draw of the sale for me tomorrow. A few old trucks. Got a 51 or 2 Ford. This one's pretty presentable, not much rust, got a little bit in the fenders. You guys know black and white are the worst selling colors. But like I say, it's pretty presentable, not too rusty. The inside of the cab all looks pretty good. Got a big old heater in it. That thing would cook you. Man, that's the biggest heater I've seen in a pickup like this in a while. It's got the this style of hoist on it. These are always interesting. Instead of having the things underneath, the cylinder underneath, it's got this winch set up on it. Then next up we've got a, looks like a 46, 45. This is a good field truck. This is right up my alley right here. I've bought trucks like this at auctions before for in the 200 to 300 range. Scrap value on this truck right now, my price that I get, I mean, just right across the scales, not pulling anything or saving anything, probably about 450 bucks or so. 500 maybe counting the radiator. So the scrap guy, I mean, he's probably going to tap out at 350, 400. We'll see what it goes for. And then here we've got a manure spreader, international manure spreader. AJ, what's it say, Brubaker, something like that. Newton, Kansas. This is a KB7 or KB8, I think. It's the big KB series with these bug eye headlights and the big grill. It's got a big old smack in the grill. This side doesn't have any rust. The other side's got quite a bit of rust. It looks like the roof line, this door doesn't open. Looks like the roof line was pretty good up there and the floors weren't too bad. It's got a bunch of holes in the roof from the lights that were up there. I have sold every KB big series truck I've ever had, even really rough ones. I mean, sometimes they take a while to sell, but they're a really cool looking truck if you wanted to put a big 6-cylinder diesel, like an old Cummins or something like that in one of these. I mean, these are the perfect truck to put it in, chassis swap it. They're just really tough looking. So we'll see. And then next up we got a C60. No rare gauges in it, nothing like that. Oh man, it's a rot box. Look at that, that's horrible. Whew, this is a parts truck here. Definitely a parts truck. Yeah, the floor is all rusted out. They must have hauled salt with this thing or something because, man, you don't see them this rusty too often around here. It looks like it's been repainted at some point in time and they covered up the rust with putty or something because it's bubbling through pretty heavy. Does it got a good engine in it? Got an Edelbrock intake, 4-barrel Holly, just a small block Chevy though. I bet it runs. It looks like it runs. So this will probably be one here that will go for more than what I want to pay, just because if I buy something like this, it's to part it out and there's really not any good parts. It's just a chop it up for art type situation, being as rusty as it is. But the main one that I saw that I'm interested in is this 55 right here. They got a whole row of lights on the roof on this one, all 5 of them. Little tiny fuel truck. And you can see here where they butchered up a bunch of old signs to make guards. Whatever worked back in the day, who knows what that sign would be worth now. Motor oil. More signs up here. And see, this truck here is pretty solid above the windshield. It's a little bit rusty down here in this front corner, which is unfortunate. And then the corner of the door down here, but I mean, it's not terrible and it's not all the way up in the hinge pocket. That's what you got to look for on these, because once the rust gets up into the structure in here, I mean, you can fix it, anything's fixable, but it's a lot more work. That's pretty superficial down there. That could be fixed without getting into the structure. Yeah, this roof line is all repairable still. I always say if you can stick your finger through it, it's probably a parts truck. If you can't stick your finger through it, it's fixable. This side's a lot more solid. Got a little bit of rust in her, but a lot better anyway. And I saw the pictures. This one's got a 261 under the hood, but a guy was telling me it's locked up tight. It's got new plugs in it, so I'm guessing they pulled the plugs out, tried to soak the cylinders to get it to turn, but no such luck. So I'm guessing, if I had to guess, I'll probably buy that one, and that one. The Ford is a maybe, and the Chevy is doubtful. The Ford looks pretty presentable. It's a short little flatbed, dump bed. So, I mean, it looks like a presentable truck. I mean, it's been sitting a while. You can tell it hasn't been on the road in a long time, but I guess I should see if it's a flathead or if it's a, well, I mean, it'd be a flathead either way, but see if it's a V8 or a 6. There we go. Bummer, it's a 6. That hurts it. If it was a V8, those V8 would be worth a lot more. It's got a brand new battery in it, so I'm guessing it probably runs. So that's another strike against this truck for me anyway. We're up to 106 degrees right now. It's getting warmer. It's still supposed to get a little bit warmer yet. So I switched over to the straw hat. Instantly, I felt the temperature drop when I put this on. So that's nice. And then I am number 160. This is what I was telling you about in the back of my truck. Oh, here's my pleasure chest cooler, in case you missed it in the other videos. This is a nice little cooler. Ooh, it's hot. But it's still holding ice. So I filled it with ice early this morning, and it's been out in this hot sun all day long. It's still holding fine. But we got about 30 more minutes before the auction starts, so I'll figure I'll go look around one more time. You know, I say this every time, but I really don't see a whole lot that I need at this sale. I mean, like I say, there'll probably be a few things that I go ahead and bid on if I'm standing there when they sell. I think there's that one fishing pole. As far as what sells today anyway, obviously there'll be some more stuff tomorrow, but what sells today is that one fishing pole and maybe some of those cooking utensils inside, but that'd be about it. Let's see here. So this one here is about 50. This one's about 75 new at the store. Obviously neither of those are in new condition, so if I can pick up that nicer one, you know, for 10 bucks or so, maybe 12, the other one if I can get it for 5 or 6 bucks, that would get me going pretty good for that idea. Just looking through here again, make sure I didn't miss anything. I really don't see anything that I missed. That's not a bad chain. I could use kind of a medium chain like that for whenever I need just like an extension or something like that when the chain I'm using isn't quite long enough. I hate carrying chains that are too long just because they get to be a pain sometimes, but every now and then I need an extra 3 feet or so. I've got quite a few like that, but boy, if you have to get a chain like this made now, I went and had one made, which I think I was one size bigger than that, but still I think I spent 75 bucks, not counting the hooks, just for the chain. Maybe if we're standing here. There's a whole lot of if we're standing there type items out here. It is unfortunately way too windy for this hat. I've lost it several times now, so I'm just gonna have to deal with the heat and switch back to my other hat. It'll be interesting to see what this goes for. There's probably about $50, $60 worth of scrap there. See if it goes for 100 bucks or more. I bet it does. That's the way it usually goes. I've seen piles of copper bring double scrap value. You guys get to fighting on it. But I've seen it go cheap. Actually, the last auction I went to, I bought a whole bunch of copper for dirt cheap. Bought it for probably about, 30 cents a pound or so on average. I mean, there wasn't a ton there, probably about 15, 20 pounds, but still, I'll take it.
Get coming in, make your way to the auction trailer, get a buyer's number. We will be starting on the trailers in the back and inside the building. 4 o'clock.
Get me another bottle of water. I stay hydrated, but yeah, I was looking at this and I think that Pepsi one's actually really a much nicer cooler than this one. And it's kind of cool that I bought this one at auction, but I mean, if I could buy that one at an auction, I'll just resell this one and start using that one instead. I don't know, I just feel like it's a better cooler. It'll keep the cool in better. This one here, how it sits flat like this, and that's letting a lot of air out right there. I mean, you can see it doesn't seal up tight at all, which it's still working. And I could probably replace this rubber and it would do a lot better, but that Pepsi actually comes down and it has a lip that comes over. So it really traps the coolness in, keeps the heat out. Plus it has that tray in it, which is pretty cool. So for when you want to keep stuff cool, but you don't want to have it directly in the ice or whatever. So I don't know. But the auction's about to start. So my truck's locked. Head back over here and see if we can get anything bought. All right, they just announced on the thing they're going to have 2 rings in here and 2 rings outside. So that means 4 rings going. I ought to get through this stuff pretty quick. So this is what's up. They're going to start on this one. They're doing that one over there. And so there's really nothing on any of these that I want. So I think where they're going to start inside, there might be a few things that I'm interested in. So we'll go in there and check it out. Normally the trailer that has the fishing poles on it is the first one they start on, but they're doing it different today. And so that's actually going to be the last trailer that they auction off is that one. So it's going to be probably at least 2 to 3 hours before they get to that trailer, which is okay. That gives me time to spend time inside where it's a little bit cooler, because I'm not sure where they're going to start. One ring will probably do this over here. The other one maybe will start going this direction. I really don't know. We'll find out here momentarily.
To the first table, we got cast iron, guys. We got all kinds of goodies in this box. Choice box, $25 a deal. It'll be 25 or not 5, it'll be 10, it'll be 5 or not 7.50. It'll be 5 or not 2, 3, it'll be 2 here, not $3.4. It'll be 5 or not 5, $6.7. It'll be $7 for you. It'll be 7 now, 8 now 10. It'll be 10, 12. It'll be $14 for you. It'll be 14 while here, not 12, 14. It'll be 14 while here, not sold. $12, $1.78. Are they trivets or what are they? Yeah, trivets. $6, $2.53. $2.53. Hey, we got the picnic trays. Maybe 500 and 4 and 5 are not sold. $4. You got our buyer number coming. Will be 160. 160. He's gonna take them old casters. Choice. Anything you like. You got her $20. There's some good old casters. $5 a box. Hit them at $6. $14. 115. 14,115. She's gonna take the whatever you call it. Some kind of a candy set. Hit me 13. Sold $12 right here. 158. 158. Two of them. Two deals.
Get my microphone up here so maybe you can hear me a little bit over all the auctioneers. But I bought that first box of casters for $4, and then the price went up after that. Then they went to the next table, and some lady walked up and bought both of those other boxes for $11 or $12 a piece. And so at that point, I didn't feel like messing with them. So I guess I bought one box of casters so far. Well, they're not going to get close to anything I want in there for quite a while, actually. Actually, quite a long time, the way they're headed. So I guess we'll come out here and see what's going on.
All right, 3 bid. We get forward. I'm going to fold it and fold it and fold it out and a half. So $3 on number 160. $3 on 160. All right, here we go. Clothesline and a little charcoal starter. Bucket of waterproofing and a bucket of that copper. You bet, right there. I don't know what copper prices are, but we're here. 5, 7.5. Down 17, down 10, 12.5. Down 15, down 17, 15, down 20, down 2, 15, down 5, down 25, down 7.5, down 30, down 5, down 40. Both out here. 100, 90 here down 1. So $90 on number.
I didn't even see these earlier when I was over there. They were in the middle of the trailer. That was a good deal on those. And what did I tell you about that copper? I mean, absolute tops. There was probably about $65, $70 there, and it went for 90. And then you had to pay sales tax on top of that. So actually, that's about $100 you spent on that. So maybe he's counting on prices going back up again. I don't know. I thought that was kind of a cool one there. That's a vintage one. You can tell by the style of the metal and the way it's rusty. That's not a reproduction. I mean, it's not real old, but it's fairly old, so that might be worth something. So our pile is staying pretty small so far. I've spent less than $10. I'm doing good. I guess we'll go inside for a minute, see if they made it any further in here. There's one item on the next trailer they're going to get to that I might be interested in, but it's going to be probably 30, 40 minutes.
Alrighty, choice again from me to the cane. You bet you on about $30. Do your math on that one deal. Hot $30 bill, $10 on 10, but 10 not 5. Sold $7 on 124. $7. 1, 2, 4. Takes the baby carriage. Hot $8 bill, hot $7 button, $8 now 8. Sold her $7, 160. $7, 160.
Times one.
We've got the casters are gone. The casters are gone.
I didn't see these earlier either, and I just happened to be walking by and I saw them on that table that they were getting to. There's some really good ones in here, so be able to make some pretty good money on this lot as well. I mean, a lot of these are just junk, parts and pieces, but there's a couple of really nice ones in here. There we go. One cool thing about this box is I got all the casters in here, which are some pretty nice ones, but it also has all of these pieces that go in the furniture that the casters go into. And I guess this was just my random junk bonus. Of course, people buy these, and I've seen it where they take, I mean, Hobby Lobby sells these individually like crazy for $4 and $5 a piece. But anyway, people take individuals like this and they put them on a furniture piece, and they'll put like a different one on every drawer. Just makes it kind of look unique, you know? So I had a little bit of time to waste, so I was just looking to sign up to see if I could find anything like it. And I can't find any exactly like this, but I found some that are similar. I can't find any that say peddlers and solicitors. I found peddlers and agents, solicitors, just different combinations of words, but not this exact combination. But just 10 signs like this, older 10 signs in this condition, are selling for about $40 to $50. So, I mean, that's what they're selling for. So that's a pretty good deal. Porcelain ones, some of those are going for hundreds of dollars, but obviously that's not porcelain. And then just a handful of other, you know, $2 and $3 license plates. That one there might be worth more. That's pretty good condition. Nah, it's a trailer tag, so I'll probably just mix it in with a group of others. Even got a paper tag, 2018. So yeah, we're doing pretty good so far. All easy to sell, easy to package, easy to ship, everything. That's the way I like it.
Hey, oh my!
on the baby scooter seat right there, 10 bucks, 12. Here, 10 of it, they're not 12 of mine right there, 10 of it, there, 2, now 3 of mine right there, 2 of it, they're now 3 down in the 4 of it, there, 4, now 5. Well, 25, you done, ma'am? Here, 22 of it, they're now 5, so 22.50 on 160, 22 and a half to 160. Money, 3 bucks, 4. Here, 3 of mine right there, now 4 on it, there, money down, 3 of it, they're now 4. What, 5 of it, they're now mine right there, 6 of it, they're mine right there, 6 out of you out there. Here, 5 of it, they're now 6 out of mine right there, 5 of it, they're now 6 out of it, there, 5, 6. So 5 up on 160. So 32.50, 32 and a half on number 102. Cast iron mopeds. I'm gonna say choice one right there. The 3 of them. 5 bucks a piece. Here's final minute. You got 5. And I was about the. Is that what you said? 5 bucks. Now it's gonna be there. Down now 7. What's that final minute? There 8 of it. There 9 out of mine right there. 9 of it. There now 10. Now 12 of it. There 12 to 14. What's 16 of mine right there? Now 16. 16 of it. There now 18. 18 now 20 of mine right there. 18 now 22 of it. There 20 final mine right there. 5. There's 3 of them. Choice of 3.
Choice of 3.
60 bucks. 65. 60. Oh, come on. Don't let him do that to you.
Nope.
62 and a half. I'll do it just for you.
Nope.
62.
I'm out.
That's a bit. They're not 2 to buy them right there. 60. Now 2 to it. There's a bit. They're not 2. Sold. 60 bucks to 102. 60 bucks to 102. 2 times the money. 2 times the money.
30 bid here, 35, 40. And 35 with a bid, 40. Now $40 bid up there with a bid, 35 with a bid, $40 bid down here, 35 with a bid, 40. You want to do? Sold, $35 bill, $35.
Times 1.
60.
Yeah, 160.
160. Thank you. Takes one deal. Gets a good night. All right. 10 down, $20, then 5 down, 30 now, 30 now, 5 here, down, $40, then 40 bid. And now $5, 5, 50, $50, 5 here, now $60, now 60, now 5 here, now 75. Well, 65 again, now 75 down here, now $75 bid down here, $75 even here. Sold, $65, 160. Thank you, sir. Now 45 again, now 55. At 45, what'd you get? 50. At 45 at about 50, cute as can be. $50. At 45 at now 50. Hang in there, get her bought. At 45 at now 50 here. Sold. Goodbye. $45. I'll be back down 10, $15, $20, down 5, down 30, down 5 here. Good 40, down 5 here. 55, 65, a little bit 75, 85. Now, did you say it? 85, 160, 160. Went back in there, sir. That sold. $150. 160. Thank you, sir. 160.
All right. Choice 3.
Take this one and this one.
2 times.
Thank you,
sir.
Thank you.
Choice change, 14 now, 14 now, 13, 14, 13
Yeah.
now, 14, 15 now, 16, 16, 15 now, 16, 16 now, 17, 16 now, 17, 16 now, 17, now 18, 18 now, 17, 18, 17.
Price is going up.
Sold 17 bucks on number 263. Sold 25 up. That was number
280.
280. 280. Who takes the long one?
Well, I went ahead and bought the long one and the short one. I probably could have got the short one a little bit cheaper, but I mean, at that price, I couldn't build a new one for that. So why bother taking a chance? I actually need one that length. And then once again, for that price, I couldn't pass that long one up. The long ones later on went for more. And then I bought this buck knife. Just as I walked in there, they were selling those, and it was $35 what I got it for. Probably worth about $100, but you could get one for about $100. But I just thought, you know what, it'd be nice to have one that I can just throw in the truck and have in here. I mean, that's identical to the one I take foraging, so rather than have to worry about the one I have at my house and remembering to grab it, I'll stash this under the seat. I guess is a good place to put it. And that way, if I need one and I don't have mine from home, I have one in here. And then I bought that hunting sign. I don't know, I just thought it was kind of neat, and I could hang that on my wall at the barn at home. And then what else did I buy? Oh, I bought that box of cans, which there's something about those that's kind of crazy. I'll explain to you later. I thought I got a good deal, and I did get a good deal, but I'll just explain it later. What else did I buy? Oh, those padlocks. That was the other unexpected buy. And a few other things. We'll go over it later. Oh, they're still in that trailer. Then they got to do that trailer. And then finally they'll get to that trailer. So it's going to be a little bit yet, unless that ring switches over to this trailer when they're done. I don't know what they'll do yet. Let's see where we... Oh, they may have already sold my spatula that I wanted. They moved fast. Man.
So $5. 160.
Times one.
$160. How many?
One.
There we go again. 2, 3.
I'll go.
3 number 4. 400 number 4. 3 back here 4. 400 number 4. $3. 160. $3, 160.
I want to take the cookies.
$8, even 8 here, sold. $7, 160, 160.
What are times 2?
Anybody else?
2 times the money. Silverware, the hardware. So much a flat choice. Even $16, $16 sold. $14, 160.
Times
160 is gonna take one deal. We got 3 left. $10, 160. 160 is gonna take the cast iron. All right, the choice by the bars. I'm a $10, 15, even 15, 20, 5, 30, even 30, now 5, 40, 50, 60, $60, 55. Even $50 on even 55 sold, $50, 160. One time, cast iron choice. Even $7, even $7, no 8, even 8, no 8, 10, even $12 sold, $10, 160. $10, 160, more toys.
Go fishing.
Yeah.
$7 fishing pole. All of them go. You tell me $5, I don't know, $7.50. Hit $5, I don't know, $7, I don't know, $10, I don't know, $10 a bit, $10, I don't know, hit $10, I don't know, $10 a bit, $10, I don't know, $7 out of 10, hit $10, I don't know, $10 a bit, $10, I don't know, $7 out of 10. So $7.50 to $160. 160 the bar. All right, you guys.
I'm gonna catch more fish than you though. You only got 2 poles.
You wanna throw it? Hit 20, I don't know, 22, I don't know, right, 2, 22, 21, not 2. So $20 on 160. 160 the bar, and he takes
1, 2, 3.
3 times.
I have no clue how I got that lucky. They sold the 2 things on that trailer that I was interested in at the very beginning, the fishing poles and then the chains. I am stocked up on chains now though, so I shouldn't need any for quite a while. Those are some nice ones there. I didn't see those earlier. Well, I got the spoon I wanted. That's the main one I wanted in that other box. I didn't get it because the box went for like $15. And it's like, that's too much for 1 spoon. And so then I saw the lady that had bought the whole box and I said, hey, you want to sell that spoon? She said, well, I actually sold that box to somebody else already. And so she told me who, so I went and found him and I bought just the spoon. I think there's some license plates over here. That's the last thing that I want. Yeah.
$3, $4 down, 5, 7 and a half, $100 down, sold. $5, 160. $5, 160. $5 just to start a box full. Right here, 7 and a half. Put $5 down, 750. 7 and a half, $100 down, even a 750. Dino half here, get $5 bid on 750. Down here, down 5 here, 750 is all. Sold. Get $5, 160.
The license plates.
$5 on it.
Yeah.
All the license plates. There's the buy of the night right there.
I'm not sure if they're going to sell that thing at Toys tonight or not. If they do, we'll go watch that. Yeah, this is the only thing in here that I wanted was this right here. This is kind of an older set, and they're in pretty good condition. This is way better than the set that I use as far as quality goes. I mean, these need a little bit of cleaning, but quality-wise, they're just way better than what I have. But I had to buy all this to get it. I don't even know what I got. Bunch of junk, it looks like. Those might sell on eBay. And whatever these things are, I'd put them all in one group and sell them on eBay maybe. So, I don't know. Oh, I forgot about this. I didn't plan on buying that, but those things go for pretty good money online. So at that price, I figured, well, that's a money maker to help pay for some other stuff that I bought to keep. I got these pretty cheap. Precious. So yeah, I bought more to sell than what I had planned on. I kind of gave in there at the last minute. I bought those toys and some other stuff that I really didn't plan on buying, but oh well, here we are. Other than a couple toys in that other trailer over there, I am done bidding. I won't bid on anything else. I got those fishing poles cheap. I was shocked at that. That was the deal of the day right there. I was super happy.
Good $30 and a 5 here, 30 pound on about 5, 10, $5 and $10 bill, $10 bill back here, get $10 bid now 15. With 50, get it now 15, 20, hot 15, but about $20 bill back here at 15, 20, but about back here at 15, 17 and a half. With 15 bid now $20 down here on 20, down 2 to have it about up here on 22, 50. It's $20 there, 2 to have sold $20, 94, $20, 94. Oh, look at the old you bet. Here's the real deal. Having $100 bill. With 100 coming to get $25 car hauler. Here's a good old kind, $25 and $25 about $10 bill. With 10, 15, 15, now 20, and 45 at about $50. Ma'am, get $50. And 45 to get down 50, sold $45 backside. 153, 153 the buyer. $30, get 5. You bet it works. Get $5 on the fork truck there, down $10, 15, to 20, to 20, to 5 here, 35. $30 then 25 to get down, $30 bet it there, bits right down here, 25 to get down, $30 down here, sold $25, 160. 160 is the buyer. Sold your way $12.50. Here $45 and sold $40 bill. Sold $55.51. Down here $45. Sold $40 here. Sold $90. 1957 Ford Thunderbird pedal car. Look at the condition here. High $300, $250. High $250. Sold $800 here.
19.
Hey, it's a garden tractor. All righty, sir, there you are. Hey, the old pedal tractor. All right. Hey, I want 300. Well, 170, but I'm on 180. Sold right there, 170 on 19.
Here we go. John Deere truck. Times 2, right there. I'm there on 10, 15, I'm 15, I'm there on 10, I'm there on 15, I'm there on 5, 7.5, $10, and on 10, I'm there on 10, 10, 10, I'm there down here on 7, 15, I'm there on 10, on 12, 15, I'm there down 15, down 15, I'm there down 15, I'm there down 12, 15, I'm there down here on 15, I'm there down here on 15, so 12, 15, number 160, Blue Bar steam shovel. Oh my, look here, 100, 100, 10, 20, so $70 on number 301, $70 on number 301. Looks like a Keystone, but we're not quite sure. Let's say the good crane truck right there, 100, 20, 30. You want to give 90, sir? And $90, and I sold $85 on number 19. Oh yeah, you bet. Say the pair. You bet. 20, 22, 50. So $20 on number 160. $20 on number 160. Pine down 5, so $40 on number 160. 35, 35, 35, 250 here on 5, so 32.50 number 51. 32.50 number 51. 4 times the money. 4 times the money. Oh, he's thinking about it. We tried to kind of crowd it into him a little bit.
How much? 40, wasn't it?
32.50. 32.50. It's a steal.
Good try, Morris. It's been a long day. This is the best one right here. That's good. It is right there. That's the best tractor in the whole box. $50 I'm serious. That's a good old lawn tractor. Everything's still on. That's the best every time.
4 times the money. There we go. That's a sale.
I saw this at the last minute. It was in that very last box, and I was hoping he was going to reject the box so I could resell it and I could buy it, but he ended up taking it, so I gave him $10 for it and got it out of there. They go for about 20 with the wheels on them, but it's missing the wheels, so I figured that was a fair price for both of us. And then I ended up buying these just so I can figure out what that truck is. My curiosity is killing me, and then I bought the whole box full of stuff for I think $40. It was worth that to me. Somewhere, oh, I got 2 more over there. I bought that little forklift just because I wanted it, and then I bought these here because they were $2 and nobody else bid, so I went ahead and grabbed them. I don't know why. I guess make a video of smashing it with the excavator or something. I don't know. All right, go grab my truck and start loading up. Last time I did this on a Friday night, it was pitch black by now, and I was walking around with a flashlight trying to figure out where all my stuff was at. We still got plenty of daylight, so we'll get in here and start loading her up. I bought way more than I planned on buying, but oh well, life goes on. There were quite a few items that I almost bid on that I didn't bid on, so I was proud of myself for that. And then there was a few items that I did bid on, and I stopped sooner than I normally would have. And then I got really lucky. They sold those cast iron molds, that cactus and those corn cobs and all that. I thought they were selling all 3 molds together for one lot. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. That was my fault. And I had the bid at 55, and I was happy with that for all 3 of them. Then he got it for 60, and then it was choice. Or no, I was at 50, that's right, or whatever it was. But anyway, they're like, no, it's choice. And so I quit bidding, and so he bid one more time. And that was a close one because I really only wanted the cactus mold, and that's like brand new is like 40 or 50 bucks. So I almost ate it on that one, so I'm glad that he ate it for me. And then he gave the same price for the corn cob mold, and those are like $15. In fact, they sold some inside, and did I buy those? No, I didn't buy, or did I buy those? I might have bought those for like $15 for the pair or something like that. If I didn't buy them, that's what they went for. I didn't actually want them. There was something else in the box, but I may not have got that box now that I think about it. I guess we'll find out here in a minute. All right, this is the can I was telling you about, or the item that I bought earlier, that there's kind of some interesting information about it. As you can see the name there, I'm almost scared to say it now because of what I found out. You can't sell these on eBay anymore because of the name. And in fact, you can't look them up on Google or nothing. It's like they've blacklisted these from the internet. I mean, you and I know that that's just an abbreviation, kind of like FOMOCO, Ford Motor Company. This is the Home Oil Company is what that stands for. But when they wrote that, they had no idea what things are going to be like in 80 years. But anyway, I can't sell this on eBay. And so luckily I found a friend of mine that wants it. I made him a really good deal. I sold it to him for less than it's worth just because I can't sell it online. So I guess my loss is his gain. I gave $150 for this whole box. I probably overpaid a little bit, but I mean, there's some cool stuff in here, and I don't ever have gas and oil stuff to sell you guys, and so I figured this was my opportunity to get some pretty good pieces. Some White Eagle grease, Skelly, standard, Pennzoil, a couple promo cars. This is a 10 car here, 10 base anyway. Thunderbird and a Looks like a plastic Mustang dealer car. I got 50 out of this, so I mean I have $100 in the rest of this box, so I'll be all right. I wouldn't normally buy that. I know I said at the beginning I'm not going to buy stuff that I'm not making big profit on, but like I bought this sign for $65. I decided I wanted that to keep for myself to hang on the wall, and so I feel like I'm the sort of person, I have this weird habit where I can't just spend money on myself. I have to be making money somewhere else, and so I figured, well, I'll buy this box beside the sign, and then I can make money off the box, even if it's just a little bit of money to help pay for that sign. I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Then I bought that buck knife to keep. And I bought these fishing poles to keep, and I bought that pot and pan to keep, and so I feel like I bought this to sell and make money. I bought the license plates to sell and make money. I bought the forklift and the tow truck to keep, but all the rest of the toys I'm going to sell and make money. And all the caster pieces. I did buy those 2 convection plates. I mean, they were going for, I think I gave $2 or $3 for both of them. And they're $100 a piece new at Walmart for that exact model. So, I mean, at that point, it's a no-brainer. Even if I don't use them more than once, it was worth it. And I bought the silverware to keep, and I bought the chains to keep, and I bought, there's a couple pieces in here. Yeah, my spatulas I bought to keep. And so, I mean, all that stuff I bought to keep, I feel like I had to buy a few other things to sell to where I can make money today rather than spend money. I'm just mentally not able to go spend money unless I'm somehow making money. I think I have just a few more items in here. I didn't plan on buying them, but for the price, I couldn't say no. Where are they at? They are, oh, here they are. So here's, okay, oh, there's one of them. There was a bunch of toys by this that I bought. A motorcycle, a four-wheeler.
Sorry, I thought we got this right here.
Oh yeah, right there. And there was, I think this was there too as well.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I get confused
Yeah,
sometimes. And
that's okay, it happens. Yeah, right there. Put that back in there for you gently. Yeah, it was a spur of the moment purchase. I didn't even plan on buying them, so it just kind of happened. It was, but I don't care about that. You can have that.
Okay.
Yeah, I just bought these for my boys to tear up, so.
have fun.
Almost lost this stuff, but it was still there. She didn't mean to. She was buying all the leftovers on the tables, and this has been laying in there since they sold it all this time. So, but that's mine. The main thing I wanted to buy was this right here. I think I gave $5 for this, and I gave $2 for all that. But my boys, they love Hot Wheels, and this thing's kind of cool how it has the place to put Hot Wheels in here. It needs clean, it's filthy, but they will have a ton of fun with that. It's got this rotisserie in it to store cars in. They've already got a big parking garage type thing, so this will go good with that, and they can put some tracks on it and add it together with their big thing they have. So I figure they'll get some enjoyment out of that for $5. And then the remote control stuff, I'll see if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll just try to sell it for parts and pieces online on Marketplace or something. See if I can make a little bit of money. But if it works, I'll let them tear that up too. So I guess I need to go ask if I need to pay tonight or if I can wait until tomorrow. I better make one more walkthrough to make sure I got everything. All right, I guess we'll be back in the morning, bright and early. Starts at 9 o'clock. They said I could just wait till tomorrow to pay, which is good because I forgot to order more checks, and I have like 5 checks left on me, and I have to pay another guy for a truck he brought out too, so I need to keep those. Although I saw one thing I want to check out before I leave because I'll forget. I thought I saw a Coca-Cola cooler over here. I'm trying to figure out which cooler I want to use. No, this one's pretty rough. I think I like that Pepsi cooler. I think if it goes for a reasonable price, I'm going to own it and I'm going to use it. Plus, I like the color blue more than I like the color red anyway. Blue's my color. Well, I think that's it. But with that, I will see you guys back out here in the morning. There we go. Got our ice for the day. I'm glad I cleaned my truck out last night, mostly. I left a few things in here. Some of this stuff I'm just going to take out to the yard. Obviously, my chains don't need to go home. But we actually got a little bit of rain. There we go. Load the cooler up. Oh, I smashed my PB&Js. Forgot those were in there. Where's the other one at? Oh, no. Oh, no. PB&J rescue. Yeah, I don't even know where it's at. There it is. Okay, yeah, those just stay up on top. That's better. Yeah, anyway, it rained a little bit last night. Not a lot, just a sprinkle, but I'm glad I went ahead and took the time to unload everything. I thought about just doing it in the morning because I was tired last night, but I was tired this morning too, so might as well just do it last night. All right, let's get back out there. And we are just about here. You see it's right there This car must be going there too, because they've been going super slow all the way, and now they're slowing down. Anyway, one of my favorite things about this auction is the fact that this is literally less than 10 minutes from my house. So a lot of the auctions I go to are such long distance auctions. Sometimes it gets exhausting having to drive 2 hours or 2.5 or 3 hours one direction. That auction I went to earlier this year, 3.5 hours one direction. That's no fun when you have to drive like that. So I like this one being a lot closer. It's actually 8:15 right now. And so the auction starts in 45 minutes. I didn't get here quite as early today just because we already looked at everything. So I did want to have some time to get me a slice of pie though. Hopefully they have some left over from yesterday still. I'm sure they do. They always make a ton. And it's good homemade pie. I really enjoy it. So I'm looking forward to that for my breakfast today. Pie for breakfast. Are you kidding? No, I'm not. And just because I don't want to come back to the truck later, I'm going to go ahead and grab me a water right now. Try to stay more hydrated today. I drank a ton of water yesterday, and somehow I still got dehydrated. Well, I know that somehow was. It was just brutal hot, and it's going to be hot again. Right now, though, we have some cloud cover. This time yesterday, it was already cooking. So I'll take this. I need to fix this deal I put in my windshield over here. I found this in a car earlier this year, and it's starting to lose its shape. It's not holding up very good. You can kind of see daylight poking through it where it's falling apart. Hopefully it lasts me the rest of the summer. Once all the madness is over, this is kind of what's left over behind. I guarantee you a lot of this stuff, well, I bet they're coming back for that. It'd be crazy to leave all those props behind. But a lot of the stuff you see laying on these trailers will either go in the trash can or in the scrap iron dumpster. There we go. I got a piece of rhubarb pie and a Gatorade. We'll make one last go through. Just see what all there is. I didn't look real in-depth yesterday through here just because obviously they weren't selling this stuff. This is pretty much the only smalls, is that those tables right there. Then what else was there that I was interested in? There was this fire extinguisher thing's kind of neat. I was thinking about it, and I've never been here on the Saturday when it's a 2-day sale. They've been doing it this way for a little while now, but when I really thought about it, I haven't. It just hasn't worked out for me. The last time I was here on a Saturday is when they did the whole thing on Saturday still. So yesterday I was telling you about how they'll be somewhere right around in this area when they get to the vehicles. That's probably not going to be true because everything's going to be different. They start at 9, so I think they're going to start with 2 rings. I think one over here on this stuff and one over somewhere else, I forget where he said. And they're going to work their way up to 4 rings again. So I'm not entirely sure what all is going to happen. We'll find out together. Didn't see that earlier. That's kind of a neat one. Looks like a Marks. Probably a dump truck or a cement mixer or something.
Hey, the box lot of tractors and trucks. All the tractors and trucks here. You got 10 to start. $10, $10 pipe. And now 10. I get $5 back here, 7.5. Wood $5 bid now 7. 15 now $10 bid 10. 12.5 here. $15 there. 17.5. $20 there. Down 5. Down 30. $30 there. 5 here. Now $40 bid back here. Down 35. I get 40. Sold $35. 160.
Well, I didn't want all these junk tractors. I just wanted the truck. But I figured the tractors are going to be worth something to somebody. So I figured I could probably get my money back and then some out of the tractors. Then I got the truck for free. And I'll probably sell the truck eventually, but for now I'll keep it. I just thought it was kind of neat. I don't have one like it. I like old, rusty, beat-up trucks. I don't like the real nice ones. So this line is going to come all the way down here, do that, and they're going to go do those platforms, all these cabinets, and just keep working their way back, go in that direction. The one over there is going to do the exact same thing and come this direction. So where's that cooler at? I looked it up just to make sure I don't overpay. Probably about a $250 piece. This is retail value. This can be a long time before they get over here because they got to go all the way down that row, then back up this row, then back down this row, and then finally they'll come up this row and get to it over here. Both of these are going to be a long time before they get to either of the items I'm interested in. They sell vehicles at 1 o'clock. So I guess I'll just kind of watch and see if I can get any super crazy good deals on easy to sell stuff. But other than that, probably won't buy anything for a long time.
Alright, so the whole can, these so the whole can, they're $5, there's how to be it. Hit $5, $7, $10, $12, $15, now $20, now $25, now $30 bid, $30, 5, hit $200 by Matthew, $190, 2, sold $190 on number 331.
All right, choice on the scooters. Take whichever. There's a good unusual little piece in there. You bet you take 1, 2, or 3 and want about $50 bill choice. 50, 20. What? $20 bill, 10. 10 but $10, not 10 but 10, not 15, not 10 but 10, not $15, not 10, not $15 where? 25 but 30, not $25, not 30. Solar, $25, Bueller Brown.
What's your choice out of them?
We'll sell you a choice on the old fire guns. Take 1 or 2 of them deals. I want about $20 bill, $20 now, 20 now, 10 but $10 now, 10 but 10 now, 15 now, 10 now, 15 now, 20 now, $20 now, 20 now, 5 now, 30 now, 30 now, 30. 25, 30, 25 pound, $30 now, 25 pound, $30 now, $25 now, 30. But else I get $25 now, 30. Sold her 25, 160, $25, 160 takes one of them. We've got the other one left. 25, 30, 25 pound, $30, $25 now, 30. Sold her $25 on 39, 25 on 39. Half pound $50 bill, $10 about $50 bill, 20, 20 now, 30 now, 30 now, 40 about 40 now, 50, about 50 down, 40 now, 50 down, about 50. Sold her $50 on number 124, $50. All your lights, all your hanging lights, there's 4 of them. We're gonna put all 4 for one money. Gonna put you right in the line business right there. How about $30 bill, 30, 20, with $20 bill, $20 not 10, not 10, but $10, not 10, but $10, not 10, not 15, not 10, about 10, not $15. That's roll of them. I get 10 bid, now 15, not $10, not 10, about 15, not 10, not $15 where? 10 bid, 15, not about $10, not 15, about 15. Sold her $10 on 160, $10, 160 is the buyer. Now we got another line on that line right there. How about 10, but $10, not 10, but 10, not 5. Now 10, I can 5 ahead of you, not 10, but $10, not 10, not 15, not 20, not 15, not 20, not 5. 20 bit, not 5, not 20, not 5. 20, 25, at about $20, not 5, and $20, not 5. Sold her $20, 160.
Here's the sign, Betty's this and that shop. Here's that sign right there, $10, 12. We're 10, I'm right there, 12, I'm right there, 5. And I'm right there, 7 to 10, 10, I'm right there, 12. We're 12 and 14, 14, now 6 to there, 18. Now 20, right there, now 5 and 30. We're 30 to 5 and 40, now 50, now 60 and 70 and 80 and 100 and a quarter and a half and 75 and a 2. We're 200 to buy, I'm right there, 175, 185. 185, I'm right there, 175, I'm right there, 85. 175, 185, I'm right there, 175, I'm right there, 85, I'm buy, I'm right there, 175, I'm right there, 85. 175, 185, 175, I'm right there, 185. Sold $175 on 160, $175 on 160. It's the signs from me to David, choice of 4. They had $100, 100 a quarter, 100 a quarter right there, 100 a quarter buy them right there, 25, and now 30 bit there, 25 I'm right there, 35 I'm right there, 35. We're 30 to find them right there, 35, 40, 40 bit there, now find them right there, 45, 50. Sold $100 on 68, $100 on 68 takes the lawn boy. Sold $80 on number 30, just 39. $80 on 39. Takes the Pepsi. Sold $45 on number 39. Takes the other Pepsi one. Sold $30 on number 30 on buyer number 172. 172. All of $1 money, $3. It's 3 now, 4, 4 about there, 3, 4 now, 5 mile out there, 5 has got it. Sold $14 on number 14 on 15 on 2 15 on 15 on 3 on 3 about 50 on 3 50 on 3 3 on 3. Sold $2, 160, $2, 160 there.
Basket, whatever, from here to Joe. $5, $2, 3. I get $3 bid for him down 3, 4, and $4, and $4 down 5 here down 5 up here for the buyer. Put $4, need a $5 your turn again back here. Sold $4, 160. $4, 160. That basket is gone. $3 get 10, 5, and $5 and $1 and 5 right here. 7 now, $10, 12 and a half, 15 now, 20 now, $5 bill, $30 there, and 45 one more time. $50 down 5, and now 60. Your turn again. Now 55 and again, now 60. Now $5 bill, 6. Now $70 bill down here. Now 65 and again, now 70. You want to do it? $70 set bill sold. $65, 160, 160 the buyer. There's an old kickstart, and here's another one. There's 4, there's 5. We'll sell choice out of the old Maytags. Hey, there's more back here. Choice out of any motor. $50, give $10, $5 on choice. Now 10. I get now $10 bill, $15 down, $20 then $5, $5 down, 20, 25. Oh, $95 to $100. You want to do it? Sold $95 here. 2 times the money. It sold $65 here. $65, put it on number is gonna be, he's getting it. $65 bill number is. And which one did you want? You got it. Oh, just one, okay. So we got these, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, he said he'll take all of them.
Oh, all of them, okay.
5, 6. 6.
Perfect. They are all gone, Joe. You got the number? 6 times the money. That's the way to do it. Oh my, look at the condition. Pepsi Cola now. On that good cooler, 100 and a quarter. Put them on 25 and I get 20, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 55, 65, 75, 85. Now 100, quarter here. Now half. 175, 2 and a quarter half. 250, 275, 3. 275 and a bit, $300 bid up there. And I get 275 and a bit down here. 3. 275 and a dollar. Need no 3 up here. But a bit down here. 275 and about $300 bid. Farm bear 300. Sold 275 on 160.
Well, I got my Pepsi cooler. I paid a little bit more than what I wanted to. I told myself I was going to stop at 250, but he had the bid at 250, so I bid one more time. Said if I don't get it this time, it's his. But I did. I got it for 275, and like I say, I'm actually going to use it, and so I mean it's worth a little bit extra to me rather than just reselling. But I got to thinking about it. I really don't want to tear it up, so I'm going to use this as my work cooler, this pleasure chest, and I'll use that as my nice cooler there. So we'll do it that way. And the fishing poles, I did not get that other batch of fishing poles I wanted. They went for like $45. I don't know. And that wasn't counting the cane poles, it was just the other poles. Wish there was an ugly stick in there, but I mean, you can buy a brand new ugly stick for 30 bucks, 35 bucks. I've got like 10 ugly sticks at home, so. But the guy that bought them all deals in fishing equipment, and so, I mean, evidently he's just gonna resell them all. But regardless, that was too much for me, so I did not buy those. And in fact, I thought I hit record on the camera. I did not hit record, so I don't even have that on camera. I did buy that Betty sign. I paid a little more. I told myself once again I was gonna stop at 150, but once again, he had the bid at 150. But I think I can get 300 out of that pretty easy. So $125 in my pocket real quick, not bad. And then I've been buying other odds and end trinkets, so I'm not sure what's coming up next. I don't think there's anything else coming up that I want. There's a few small items over there by those tables that I was kind of somewhat interested in, you know, if they're $5 or less, but those aren't a big deal. I guess they're selling this back row right now. They started down there and they're working their way this way. We have just over an hour before they start on the vehicles, but they're actually starting with some trailers over here. And so it's probably gonna be at least 30 to 40 minutes after they start on vehicles before they get to those trucks. So we have probably, you could say safely, an hour and a half before they get to the old trucks. So they'll for sure be done with this whole row.
$8 there, down 15, down 17 and a half. Sold 15, 160. This one is gone.
200, 103, and I'm 3, 100, 200, and I'm 203, and I'm 354, 5, and I'm 500, 450, and I'm 400, 450, and I'm 400, 450, and I'm 400, 425, sir, and I'm 400 here, 420, 500, 425 and a half. So $400 on number 160. Hey, truck, trailer. So $150, number 331, 150.
Everything from me to David. 20, 5, 7. Here's 5 of it, they're now 7. Wait, 5, 7, 10, 10 of it, they're 12 of mine right there. 12, 14, 14 of it, they're 12 of it, they're now 14. Wait, 12 of it, they're now 14 of mine right there. 12, 14. Sold $12 on 160. $12 on 160.
One right in front of you.
Hubcaps?
Yeah.
6 hubcaps.
On your cutie ornamental gas pump right there. You betcha. I want about 30 bucks. 10. Put 10, not a bill, 15, not 10, not 15, no, not 15, not 20, not 20, no, not 20, not 5, not 25, not 30, not 35, not 45, 45, not 55, not 65, not 75, not 85. Silver, 250, 320.
Choice right there. Here's $5 a piece. Here's final bit. They're now selling mine right there. Now final bit. They're now selling. Got money. It's a mine right there. Final bit. They're $6 mine right there. Final bit. They're now got her. What's a final bit? They're final bit. They're now $6 mine right there. Now $7 bit. They're now 17. $8 bit. They're 7. Choice on top of, not the table, just on top. $8. Now 9. Now 10. They're 10 of it. They're now 12. It's 14. 14. Now 16 of mine right there. 18. Now 20 bit. They're 20 mine right there. 18. Now 20. They're 20. 18 out of 20 bit. They're 18. Now 20. Sold $18 on number 440. 440 takes a little lamp. Alrighty, your choice again, $5, and also got her. What's a color bit there? Final bit there. $6 buy right there. Choice item on top. Final bit there. Also got her. What's a color bit there? Final bit there. 6, 5, 6. Sold $5 on 160. $5 on 160.
Well, that's the last small item that I'm going to buy today. There's nothing else I'm even remotely interested in. Oh, that was a pretty good deal. $5 for that. I found one similar to it that sold on eBay for $150, but it was a little bit better condition. This one's got a little bit of corrosion on it, so it needs a little bit of cleaning up. But I figured even half that price for a $5 investment, pretty easy to package and ship. Just a cool mid-century modern light. I wish there was a pair of them. That would make it even better, but such is life. And now I know what you're wondering. Why did I buy that horse trailer? And I have an absolutely crazy idea in my head. It popped in my head spur of the moment as I was standing there watching it sell. And so I thought, if I can get it for 400 or less, I'll buy it. And I got it for 400. I figure that's about, scrap price on that trailer right now is about 450 bucks. So worst case scenario, I'll be able to pay for my fuel and get my money back. But I think I have a really neat idea that I want to do with that. So I'm hoping that works out. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to put that plastic light. I think I can put it up here in this corner on top of these tires so it doesn't get tore up any. And then I can put everything else elsewhere in the truck. And in fact, I probably ought to just put this light inside. Whew, it is warm today. I feel like it's worse today than it was yesterday. 'Well, that's the last small item that I'm going to buy today. There's nothing else I'm even remotely interested in. Oh, that was a pretty good deal. $5 for that. I found one similar to it that sold on eBay for $150, but it was a little bit better condition. This one's got a little bit of corrosion on it, so it needs a little bit of cleaning up. But I figured even half that price for a $5 investment, pretty easy to package and ship. Just a cool mid-century modern light. I wish there was a pair of them. That would make it even better. But such is life. And now I know what you're wondering. Why did I buy that horse trailer? And I have an absolutely crazy idea in my head. It popped in my head spur of the moment as I was standing there watching it sell. And so I thought, if I can get it for 400 or less, I'll buy it. And I got it for 400. I figure that's about, scrap price on that trailer right now is about 450 bu They've got about 15 minutes till 1 o'clock when they're gonna start. And I think those trucks, the first truck is like number 15 or 16, so they have over a dozen items they gotta sell first, and maybe even more than that. I may have miscounted. So it's gonna be, I'd say probably at least 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes before they get to those things. So I guess let's go check out the horse trailer and I'll kind of explain my idea a little bit on it. You guys will probably laugh at me and tell me discouraging things like I'll never get that done, and you're probably right. I probably never will get it done, but hey, I mean, it's my money. I can spend it on whatever I want, right? I bought this shelf too. I figured for that price. I mean, it's not the world's greatest shelf, but I'm always needing storage space, so why not? Of course, I bought the radiator. That's a really cool piece. And this box here has a pair of early 70s Maverick headlight buckets in it. That's probably about 60, 70 bucks there. My sign, of course, I bought me a can for $2. And then, where's the rest of my stuff at? I have my fire extinguisher over there by the barn. And then I have that basket that has that Mallory distributor in it over there. So I think that's all my stuff. It won't take long to gather it up. Oh, and I have my lights. Didn't plan on buying the lights, but man, for the price. I gave 10 bucks for those 4, and then I gave like 20 or 25 for the other light. I mean, at those prices, that's just crazy cheap. I mean, there's probably every bit of, I don't know, probably I'd say at least $300 worth of stuff there, I'm guessing. Give or take a little bit, but I'd say around $300 for a $30 investment. What's cool is it's already set up for a gooseneck, so I can just hook it up to my truck and pull it home. I don't know if the lights on it work. I kind of doubt they do, and I kind of doubt I have the right plug-in. But I have some magnetic lights out at the shop on my other trailer, so I'll just bring those with me. Then I can put them on the backpack here. It's not that far if I take the dirt roads to limp this around to my place. Won't be a big deal. All the tires hold air on it. And they're not the world's greatest tires, as you can see. But if I come out here early and grab it before it gets too hot, I mean, as long as one tire on each side holds air, we'll be good to go. It's a little bit rotted back here where there's no roof, but I think it'll be all right for me. Worst case scenario, I'll put some new boards in the floor of it later. I'm always getting grain trucks that have good boards. But I was looking at this as it was selling, and we went to Costa Rica a few years back, and it was kind of neat how everything there is just open. They don't really have air conditioning in a lot of places. It's always basically the same. You're looking at 70s and 80s all the time. Sometimes it gets up into the 90s, but that's about it. But there's lots of places where they'll have like a covered porch like this, and then they'll have a little open area like this, and that's kind of where they'll have a little dining set up. And so they'll have like a table in here so you can prep your food in here under the cover in case it's raining or whatever, and then out of the sun, and then you come out here and have a little dining area. And so I thought this would make a good redneck porch thing. I don't know. That's kind of my idea I had for it. I could put me a cot up in here, probably over here on this side. Put me a little cot, maybe put me some mesh on this, keep the bugs from flying in. Of course, there's slats in the floor, so they can come in through the floor, but mosquitoes more than likely are going to try to come in here. Or they sell those cots that you can actually crawl inside of, and they have a mesh cover over them, so maybe I'll just get me one of those. They can stay the night in here, have a little table over here for prepping food. Guy could even put a little grill in here for cooking. You could put a little table out here, and I don't know, just lots of ideas I had in my head. I think it'd be kind of fun to build this. Like I say, I may never actually build it, but it'd make a fun project in my head at least. And it's got this here if you want to close it off. So you can close it off in here a little bit. I don't know, whatever a guy wanted to do. A guy could take his dog with him. Of course, it's a little bit open at the bottom. You'd have to put something at the bottom, keep the dog from going out from under it. But I don't know, just an idea I had in my head. One of my crazy ideas that may or may not ever happen. I thought about putting a bed up here, but it's just kind of warm up here. So I think it would be better to put the bed down closer to the ground. This here folds down, but a guy could use that for storage or something up there. Obviously, it's not weather tight, so you don't want to leave anything in here that could get ruined by the weather. But I mean, I've got some of my just cheap homemade grills that I have. I could throw one of those in here and park this out by the trees or in the trees, and just make a nice little setup. But I guess I'm going to hurry up and wait until they get to those grain trucks. We'll see if we can get those bought, and then I'll probably stick around until they sell that Model T. I don't know. We'll see how ambitious I feel. I'm starting to get a little bit overheated today. So we may or may not stay for the Model T. I don't know. We'll see how it goes in the Hudson. You know, it's going to work out pretty good. They probably won't quite get done with that last row by the time they start on the trailers and vehicles, but pretty close. I mean, they pretty well got everything sold before they sell the big stuff. So I think they timed it and spaced it just about perfect. Worked out pretty good, I think. I'd drive in here and start loading, except for it looks pretty crowded. So I don't know. It's only going to get more crowded. I guess I could try to squeeze in, park a little bit closer. I don't know. We'll see how ambitious I feel. Like I say, I'm feeling overheated, so I think I'm just going to go hang out and cool down a little bit. What number is this thing? Number 24. So yeah, we got a while to go. They're on number 4 right now. So they have all these tractors and all the trailers around the corner. Trailers, you can tell the market's taking a hit. Trailers are going cheaper today than they usually do.
Now we are ready for lot number 24. We have a 1951 that runs and drives. The bed works, come from right down here at Haven, from the Coakley farm. I'll tell you what, you talk about a nice F4 Ford and a good one. $3,500 on this deal. It'll work on the farm and it's also a collector. $3,500 bill to $35. $3,500 bill to $35,000. Eat him $1,000 bill to me 10, will ya? Eat him $1,000 bill to me 5, 6. Eat him $600 bill to 700. Eat him $600 now $700 bill to me 700. Eat him $600 now 8, now 9. Eat him $900 bill to me $1,000 now 12. Eat him 12 and a half and a 15. Eat him $1,500 bill to me 12 and a half and a 15. Eat him $1,500 bill to me 15. Eat him 12 and a half and 1,500. Eat him $1,500 bill to me 12 and a half and 13. Eat him $1,300 bill to me 13. Eat him $1,300 to me 12 and a half and 13. Hit him a $1,300 bill to 1,300. Online, you're out 1,300. Hit him a $1,300 bill to 13. Hit him at 12 and a half and 13. Hit him a $1,300 to him at 12 and a half and 13. Hit him a $1,300 to him at 13. You want it? Hit him at $1,300 to him at 13. Hit him at $1,300 to him at 1,300. Hit him at 13 one more time. Hit him at 13, but I'm here tonight. So 1250, 160. 160. Hey, I'll tell you what. We have lot number coming on. We have number 25 online. 25 online, we have the 1946 Chevrolet. Eat him a $600 bill to be 5 and 6. Eat him a $600 bill to be 5 and 600. Guaranteed not to run. If it does, you bring it back. We'll give you your money back. 700. 700 now 8. Eat him an $800 bill to 7 8. Eat him an $800 bill to 800. Eat him an $800 bill to 7 now 8. Eat him an $800 bill to 700 now 8. Eat him an $800 bill to 7 now 8. Eat him an $800 bill to 800. Eat him an $800 bill to 7 now 8. Eat him an $800 bill to 700 now 8. Eat him an $800 bill to 800. Eat him an $800 bill to 750. Eat him a 700 and a half. Eat him a $750 bill to 7 and a half. Eat him a $750 do one more time. 750. Eat him a $750 do right here and a half. Sold her $700, 160. We have a 48 International. We have a bill of sale on this one. Eat him at $800 down 9. Eat him at $900 now $1,000 bill to 10 now 11. Eat him at $1,100 bill to 10 11. 10 and a half. Eat him at 50 now 1100. Eat him at $1,100 bill to 11 now half. Eat him at 1150. Eat him at 11 and a half. Eat him at $1,150 bill to 11 and a half. Eat him at $1,150 bill to 1150. Eat him at 1150. Hit him a half, will ya? Eat him at $1,150 bill to 1150. I'll do a quarter. Eat him at 1100 and a quarter by here and a half. So 1100, 160. 27 is the Chevy C60. The 8 Acre boys brought us a good one. Everything works good. They were just hauling rocks with it here a while back. Hit him at $1,800 bill to 1718. Hit him at $1,800 bill to 1718. Hit him at $1,800 bill to 18. Hit him at $1,800 bill to 1718. If you guys are looking for a farm truck, haul branches, rocks, ground, whatever, this one will do the job. These boys are from down there at Haven. They're not trying to pull no leg or no roll over your eyes. Everything works on it. We don't know why it don't raise today. Nothing major. Nothing major. 17, 18. Hit him at $1,800 bill at 17 and a half and 18. Hit him at $1,800 bill at 18. Hit him at $1,800 bill at 17 and a half and 18. Hit him at 1,800. Hit him at $1,800 bill at 17 and a half and 1,800. You see it? Sold her $1,750 right there. We got the Chevy 6400 and it's a 55. 1955, lot 28 in your catalog. Eat him at $1,300, 12 and a half, 13. Eat him at $1,300 bill at 13. Eat him at 12 and a half and $1,300 bill at 13. Eat him at $1,300 bill be 14, 15. Eat him at $1,500 bill be 14, 15. Eat him at $1,500 bill be 14, 15. Eat him at $1,500 bill be 14, 15. Eat him at $1,500. Eat him at 50, take a half. 14 and a half. 14.50, don't lose her. Eat him at 14 and a half. I'm a 4. I think she'd kind of like you to go ahead and buy it. 14 and a half. It'll be 14.50. It'll be 14 and a half, will you? It'll be 14 and a half. What do you think? It'll be 14.50. So $1,400, 160.
Well, I told myself I was going to go up. I figured what each truck would be worth. if I were to either part it out or sell it whole or whatever, how much I could make on each vehicle. And I told myself I was going to go up to about $500 or $600 less than that price, and then I was going to stop there. I wasn't going to go any higher. I wasn't going to cut it any closer. And every single one of those trucks I got for about $500 or $600 less. I was hoping I could make a little bit more than that on at least one of them, but that's okay. If I can get that 261 to turn in that tanker truck, if I can go ahead and get that freed up, then we'll be able to make more on that one. But if I can't get it freed up, then probably just pop the cabin front clip off, sell that, sell the motor for a core, and then the tanks. Somebody might want that whole truck for a yard ornament or something like that. There's a chance, because it is kind of a cute little tank and it's got those old signs cut up. And so I don't know, I'll give it a chance. All of them will give it a chance to sell whole before I chop them up. The 46, I wasn't planning on going that high on until he said he has a title for it. And that makes a big difference. I might be able to sell that cabin front clip because it's not that rusty and it's got a little bit of rust in it, but it's not like a total rot box like they are a lot of times. So I think I might be able to pedal that sheet metal off of that one and then scrap the rest of it. I actually didn't even check and see what motor's in that one, so I guess I probably should do that. But I'm gonna drive in there now and start loading up my stuff before the auction ends, because once the auction ends, it's gonna get crazy in there. They didn't make it very far. They're still on this line of cars. They haven't even made it to the next line yet. But I think I got everything loaded that I bought, pretty sure, because I took the light, the cooler, and that toy truck that I bought at the very beginning to my truck as I bought them. And I think I got everything gathered up. Got my lights over there. Got that basket of parts I bought down there. I'm just thinking out loud here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it. Oh, my shelf. That's what I'm forgetting. My shelf. I knew there was one more thing I was forgetting. I could feel it. I got my sign, got everything else. So yeah, I think just the shelf and I'm good to go.
1940 Hudson.
1940 Hudson. All right, there. Here we go. Give it about $607. That's $700. Everybody gets $700. $600 on 7. Sold $600. You got them there. $600. 390.
We have a 29 Ford. Comes from an estate down by Wichita. Last night I got a phone call from the people that are in charge of this deal, so it is still in probate. So you cannot take it with you today. It's got to stay here until that is all settled. So if you guys want to buy it, we'll just sit tight, and we got to make sure the probate thing clears before you can take it with you and get the title and all that goulash.
Yep, they just called us last night on it, but buy it today, guys, but the car's not leaving until we get the probate finished out. 35, 5, how about buying now? 7,500. It's $7,500, baby, get 7,500. It's $7,500, baby, get 7,500. It's $7,500, baby, get 7,500. $8,000, $8,000, David, about $8,000, David, about $8,000, $10,000 bill. At $9,000, David, get $10,000 bill. $10,000, baby, get $10,000, baby, get $10,000 bill. Your way, $9,000. 205,000 miles, guys, on a good Freightliner. Yep, 6-speed Allison automatic, 5.9 Cummins. It's $7,500. I'm gonna bet 75, 70, $8,000, $8,000, David, I'm gonna $8,000, $8,000 buyer, $8,000, David, I'm gonna buy $8,000, $8,000 bill, $8,080, I'm gonna $9,000 bill, $9,000, David, get $9,000, $13,000, I'm gonna get $13,000 bill. Sold $12,500 your way.
All right, my guess is $5,500. I am done. I'm going to pay and I'm going to head out. I'll come back probably sometime in the week and grab everything that I bought. All right, my total was just over $6,200, so I was off by $700, but I wasn't figuring the trailer out back, so that was $400 right there. And then probably that cooler, probably wasn't really figuring out on that or something. I don't know. I didn't do the math right in my head, but it doesn't really matter. I usually spend at a big sale like this that has multiple old vehicles, I usually spend somewhere in that neighborhood of $4,000 to $8,000. Yeah, I may have him come pick these trucks up later in the week. I may haul them myself. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I will for sure have to come back and get my trailer. That's not a big deal. Like I say, I'm just going to grab my magnetic lights when I'm at work. I'm going to hit the road and head home. It is completely packed out trying to get out of here. Huge line of people waiting to pay, and there's vehicles coming in the other direction and both directions, and it's a mess over there. So I'm just gonna have to back all the way out. That's okay, not a big deal. There we go. You know, someone who I didn't see today is Skyler. I wonder if he got called into work, 'cause I figured he'd be out here. He's usually here at every sale, but he was not here today. That's kind of unusual. I don't think I'm gonna unload this stuff today. I'll probably, some of the stuff I'm not gonna even keep at my house. I'll probably keep the shelf at my house. And maybe a couple things, but most of this stuff I'm just going to go ahead and take out to the shop, like that big sign. I don't want that taking up room in my shop. I already have too much stuff like that there already. A lot of this stuff I'm just going to take out to the shop, like that big sign. I'll take some good pictures of that, and then I'll just take it out to the yard and stick it in the shop out there. I'm trying to think, most of the stuff I bought today, I didn't buy anything that was really a high dollar item. Oh, that light fixture, I'll probably keep that at my house. And I guess I bought those other lights too, although those are kind of bulky, so I'll probably just go ahead, take those out and put those in the shop too. So that will be a job for Monday morning. All right, I am home now, and actually this video was recorded a while back. It took me forever to get it edited just because there was so much in this video. Filming 2 days and putting it together in one video was a lot. I don't know if I'll do any more 2-day auctions all as one like this again. But as always, if you saw something in this video you would like to buy, you might check my eBay first. That link is in the description below. If you don't see it on there, you can send me an email. My email is in the description below. You can send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. And then also don't message me on eBay wanting to know about something else, because the way eBay has it set up, it's very hard for me to make a deal with you on an item that's not already listed on eBay. So you need to email me or message me on Facebook or Instagram. As far as the vehicles, I actually sold the cab off of the black Ford truck that I bought. I still have the front clip and the engine out of that truck. It's a 6-cylinder, but it does run perfect. The 46 Chevy, I already cut it in half, but I do still have the entire front half of that truck, and it's available for sale. The International, I took the manure spreader off the back of it, but I still have the rest of the truck for sale. And then the tanker truck is still complete, and that whole truck is for sale. But with that, I'm gonna let you all go. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, remember to get out there and find yourself an adventure. We will see you on the next one. Hazel, what you doing? What you doing? Tell everybody goodbye. Yeah, tell them all goodbye. Yeah.